Now to our last question for today. So, question 10 says, Grace wonders why she couldn't see the truth about Patrick. And in chapter 26, Aunt Elizabeth comments to Miranda that Leanne is Grace's mother, just for reference, couldn't see the similarities between her husband and their abusive father either. Why do you think that is? The simple answer to this is that they were all brought up in an abusive household. So they had acquired this trauma as a child. And so that trauma translated to every part of their lives. That when somebody is treating them nice or is doing one good thing for them, they suddenly cannot see the flaws of that person. In fact, even though the red flags are in their faces, they cannot see it, because there is one good thing that person is doing better than the father in the house where she came from. So Grace says, oh, I never saw that Patrick was an emotional abuser. Patrick would talk me down, insult me, belittle my achievements. She couldn't see because Patrick wasn't beating her the way her father was beating her mother. It's that simple. So as long as Patrick was being nice to her, living with her, maybe taking her out on few occasions, coming back home every day, Patrick was not beating her. She just felt, hey, what is that one? It's just a small thing. And she overlooked it. And Aunt Elizabeth, which is Grace's mother's sister, was telling her friend Miranda that is also how Grace's mother could not see that her husband was abusive, because her father was abusive as well. Grace's mother and Aunt Elizabeth grew up in a home where their father was lazy and their mother did all the work. And yet at the end of the day, he would beat their mother on top of it. So I guess for Leanne, she saw a man. Leanne married quickly to escape the abuse at home. So Leanne saw a man that was caring, that was providing. It did not matter if the man beat her. After all, her father was not providing. So it is a trauma cycle. You come from an abusive house, and then you meet somebody that is abusive. But because that person is doing better than the home you came out from, you just cannot see that the person is abusive. So the trauma cycle continues. It was only Aunt Elizabeth that escaped that cycle, because she could always see an abuser for who he is. She even warned Grace's mother not to get married to Grace's father. And how did Grace's father respond? He cut her off from her sister, made sure she never saw her sister again, made sure she never spoke to her sister again till the day she died. Because Grace did not even know she had an aunt called Elizabeth anyway. So that is that. So I'll end up by saying that trauma is a real thing. Abuse is a real thing. And abuse coming from an abusive background can make you not to be able to see the abusive streak in some certain people that you are close to, especially when it seems that they are doing better than the house you came out from. So that's why you can see a woman that is being beaten by her husband, she will not want to leave, because she will say, after all, he puts my children in school, he pays the school fees of my children when the time is, he pays the house rent on time, there's always food in the house, so what is a little beating? My father did not do all those things, yet he was beating my mother every day. So it's important for us to recognize the abusive pattern in our families, recognize the trauma it has done to us, heal from it, and avoid people that trigger that traumatic response in us again. So with that, we've come to an end to our second episode on our discussion questions on the masterpiece by Francine Rivers. I hope it has been an exciting and interesting episode for you to watch and listen to. Please comment in the comment section below. Tell me the answers to some of these questions. As you listen to me call the questions, please type your answers in the comment box. I would love to read them. Also, if there's anything you want me to talk about more, or maybe something you want me to explain more about this story, please feel free to put it in the comment section as well. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, follow, invite your friends to join me in this wonderful summary questions of the masterpiece by Francine Rivers.